Hi guys, and welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to do something for ourselves. Well, by ourselves I mean for me and my missus. This is her 2004 Toyota Corolla. You might have seen it on my TikTok where I spruced up the interior a little bit, but it's time to fix up the body. Mechanically the car is nearly 100%, but body-wise, not so much. Come on, I'll show you around. So, right here in the front you can see that there's a dent right here. Previous owner thought it was a good thing to fix up the rear of a brand new BMW. Also showed here. Little gritty thingy here, so front bumper there is not great. Some more scuffs here. If you go around the back, this dent here. Right, and the rear bumper is pretty bent up and scratched up as well, as you can see. All around here and here, and some previous repair work that has cracked open needs to be fixed as well. And let's not forget this little rust patch down here and up here. So there's a lot. Now I don't know what you might be thinking. That's a lot of body work for an old car like this. Is it even worth it? Well, no, it isn't. This has 200,000 miles on the clock. But we did have it in the family for over 5 years now. My father originally bought the car and both of my younger siblings learned how to drive on it. You can see the testament of all that there. We're not looking to get the bodywork perfect because it would need a full respray, but we want to get away with the biggest dents that are on the car just to make it a little bit more representable. And if you're asking why my girlfriend is driving around in this, well, I have an easy answer for that. Her car is over there. That's her car, but we kind of found out Jags aren't very reliable or just like to operate on their own will. There's a lot of work gone into that, still not running right though. So this is the Chariot for now. Let's go get some work. So the first thing I want to have a look at is this thing right here. This happened to my younger brother when he was surrounded by a bunch of hooligans at a bus stop, and they decided to take the side of his car in. Decided we live in right now. But instead of going straight to trying to pull it out, what we're going to try is going from the inside, put in a ball or a balloon or some such thing, and blow it up, see will it push the whole thing out. Now, as you can see, I pulled off the side panel, because it was just on a few clips. It's actually resting down there, and I just bended the back there. As you can see in there, past the fuel tank, there is very limited space. But there is space. You can see the crease forming up down there. So what I'm going to try right now, I'll show you. Yeah, so I'm going to try and use this tube to stuff it in there. And see, can I blow it up with my portable blower upper. Let's go see what I can do. Okay, so it was a lot of hassle, but I managed to slide it in there. And now we're going to turn it on and see what happens. Now I'm going to stop that there because I don't know how much. So I know what you're thinking, this is not much of a fix, but we'll hit this a few times with a hammer just to get the low spots out, the high spots out, sorry, and everything else will be just bound out. But it's way less bound off, way less stuff to use than we would normally. It's nearly leveled and something you can do at home yourself. Let's get to the next job. I'm heating the crack on the bumper with my heat gun to level it out, and I'm going to move on to my soldering iron and feed in some zip tie to create a plastic weld to seal up that crack properly and make sure it doesn't break up again. So, the primer has fully dried up today, and it's looking alright in some places, like on the front bumper, where all we have to do is just give it a sand, because we did get some dirt over it overnight. Some of the fills did not come out straight, so I put some guide code on it so I can sand it down, see where the highs and lows are, and fill them in. Did it here, and here. The back bumper is looking much better, although over the years, with all the bumps and stuff, it's not completely straight. It's not that the bundle is not leveled with it. It is. I've checked. The problem is that the plastic is warped. So it is going to look a little rough, but it's still going to be better than it was. Back here, the main blob, obviously not good. That's still flashing. Just did that a few seconds ago. See, this one is already dry, so we're gonna go have a look at that. And a little bit here. I'm gonna start with the sanding of the front bumper because that front bumper is absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna wet sand that first and then work my way around to level out the rest. All right, let's go. To quickly show you how the guide code works. Got my sanding block here. It's important that it's flat, so you need a block for it. And I sand it. So where the paint stayed, that's your low areas. So this is low, so it's gonna need a little bit more filler. And this is high, all right? So that's out a little bit too much. So we're gonna sand that a little bit more till we start getting a little bit of this. And then we're gonna put a little bit more filler there and there. And that should be perfect then. Let's get to the sanding. Our fix is no longer visible. That's bad, right? Now, before putting down my base coat, I like to put down just a very light layer and leave it for a couple of minutes so it's still tacky, and then spray my base coat on top of that. This way I feel that the base coat lays down better and covers perfectly. I was very disappointed to see that the shade did not match at all, but instead of giving out about it, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give this little car a new breath of life. Yes, you've guessed it, a full paint job. Let's go. we have it, folks. Fully base coated. Whoop. Just don't want to take out my fresh paint. What's happening, son? Stay where you are. Yeah, so I got this sorted out. Got the tire over there. Yeah, so that was this is painted. Now I have to tell you, spraying that much of a car, first time in my life with no experience, and the gun was getting a vacuum and I didn't know how to get the spray back on. I didn't drain the compressor, so it was spitting a bit of water. Well, it was an absolute disaster, but it actually looks okay. The bonnet will need a little bit of a touch up. I think that was the most complicated thing to do, was the bonnet, but everything else was kind of flying it. The sides and stuff were easy enough. I do have to go now, so I'm gonna have to push this back into the garage, and I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and do the lacquer on it. Off the whole side, just finishing off with this fender in the front, and then he's gonna take the drill to do the front bumper. Guys, I gotta tell you, it's looking marvelous. Now, here we go. The Corolla is fully finished. The keen-eyed of you will spot that the car does need a second buff, which will be done on a later date. For now, this is representable enough to go out onto the streets, but we will bring it out eventually for a whole second buff or get someone else to do it. To be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of buffing. We cleaned that up a little bit, so it's looking nice now. I'm gonna bring that home, give it back to the missus, and hopefully she'll be happy as I am. Nice. I love it. Yeah, I love it.